Just because you can pay for college doesn't mean you should. We like to look at this from a financial perspective. When making college decisions, we want you to be looking at the net cost in terms of college. So, what does that mean? You're going to be looking at the overall sticker price, tuition, room and board, books, miscellaneous. It is insane, but some of these schools are over $100,000 per year when you're looking at that all in cost. Some of our state schools are less expensive, but some are still $25,000, $35,000, $45,000 per year. So when we look at it, we want to make sure what opportunities do we have to reduce that cost? And then what does that mean based on your students' academics and your family's financial picture? So this is starting to understand that different schools have different philosophies in terms of the kinds of money they give and the kinds of financial aid forms that they ask for. So if a school is only asking for the FAFSA, we have some certain strategies that we can use. When we are asking for the CSS profile, or we're divorced parents and we have a non-custodial financial aid form, different strategies that we can play with, because not all schools are asking for those level of forms. So for example, I often will meet with divorced families where we want to then have a conversation. Who do we have to use on financial aid forms? Where does it actually benefit us? What kinds of schools are going to not ask for the non-custodial parents' information? Because that's going to save us a boatload of money, right? So you're making strategic choices within your college list at the beginning rather than at the end. And this makes it so that you can then choose, hey, I've got $30,000, $40,000 per year off in terms of a scholarship at this school. Ooh, but this one came in and this one's still $80,000 a year. Now we get to have a conversation around, is it worth it? Do you want to spend that money? Can we spend that money? Or do we have an equally amazing option where you don't have to break the bank, right? And I have a lot of high net worth families that I work with as well, where they're like, just because I can doesn't mean I want to. So they look at it more from a strategy perspective. And sometimes it's looking at tax strategy. How can we reduce our tax bill in order to create money that now we don't have to give to the government, but instead now we can use to pay for college? Or how do we make sure that we're saving for college in a way that doesn't totally crash our retirement, right? So there's a lot of long-term goals that usually we have as families that we want to make sure that we can holistically take into consideration. So one of the things that I would encourage is we do have a college cost exposure framework that you can download on our website that really helps families walk through these different conversations to start to have around the financial picture. And then you are more than welcome to schedule a consultation in order to discuss more. We know that talking about finances isn't always the most comfortable thing, but it is something that we are well versed in being able to bring some, I'm going to say, clarity to this process that can often be frustrating. So I look forward to seeing you soon.